Please be advised that the following video is not safe for work.
So, Rose, I know from Calgary,
Oh,
you love your makeup.
yeah, I do. So
Yeah.
does Ashley.
So does Ashley. Now, these two, they are like makeup people. I am not. And Jen, are you?
I like how she has more on her table.
Yeah, I like
Right?
have buckets
Totally.
and stuff.
So, these guys are going to do a face-off? Is that what you're doing?
Face off. I just
Or
brought
face on?
Face
on,
on.
perhaps?
Face on.
Face
Face
on.
on.
Oh, Jen's got she's getting serious.
I'm getting
here.
serious. Well, I put on
So-
makeup. They didn't. So
Yeah, we
I just came to prove a point because we had somebody make a comment about the lighting in our shoots.
Oh,
about
how Jen looks
how
so pale.
how I look so pale. So I would just like to point out that I am actually that pale as I take off my makeup. There it is. I am a different color. I am not beige.
I'm not beige.
It's the eternal quest to go beige.
The eternal
Wow,
quest to
suddenly
go
it's like the light is
Yeah,
reflecting
it's just
off you and like, camera,
can you see it?
Yeah,
Can
like,
you
look,
see it? Like
look,
it's,
look,
it's
you're glowing.
I am glowing now. I am not beige. I am actually.
hilarious.
So it truly wasn't a lighting issue.
It wasn't
a skin tone issue.
It's a skin tone issue. There, you can see that it's actually come off
yeah.
my thing. Yeah. So
That's just dirt.
Ashley and Rosie, you guys are going to talk
dirt.
about
She doesn't wash
the basic face makeup for cosplay. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I am a makeup junkie, like they say. I do a lot of excessive makeup, and I do minimalistic
But
makeup.
she's fast at it.
Yes, that's one thing that I pride myself in. I can do a full face of makeup, like everything, in under like 15 minutes.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
annoying as hell.
Yeah.
She's so fast.
Yeah.
It takes me like an hour just to do
Yeah.
one eye.
But I mean, it comes down to the fact that I do it enough that you just
got the
learn.
practice.
You
Well, you
Yeah.
learn what you can cut corners. And you don't have to do such.
oh,
Excessive
we're gonna have
stuff.
to pause. What's coming through the door? The cat.
Probably the cat.
Cat's trying.
Rumple, go upstairs.
I just don't want
Okay,
to knock
anyways.
anything. Anyways, okay.
But yeah, so
I
my
hear him
thing.
crying.
Yeah, he's gonna cry there for a bit.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is that be basic, especially when you start out, because you'll find different characters, you'll have different makeup, like colors and contrasts and things like that. But always start basic. And because I'm well known for Wonder Woman, is kind of like my deal. I try and keep it more neutral for her, just because I mean it's nice to have a nice smoky eye. But at the same time, it's not necessary. Like, nobody really is going to be like, oh my gosh, today your, like, wing liner is on point. Like, nobody,
Yeah, exactly.
you're Wonder Woman. Nobody cares.
Unless you meet another makeup junkie that goes, oh my god,
Right?
I can
Your
see
makeup
eyes.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
So what I would generally say is, like, like, Jen brought all of her stuff,
I brought one bucket. I actually have another two.
which is hilarious.
I have a suitcase at home, but I couldn't pack it in my
Could not pack
luggage
it.
from the States. So this is
But,
Ashley's
yeah,
makeup
so this
here.
is like very minimalistic. I did bring a couple different palettes that do have a lot more color tone to them. I'm a huge brand junkie.
I am not.
Yeah, so I know you're just gonna be my Vanna White. But okay,
So
Is it
she's
scented?
a
This
brand
one smells
junkie,
like
but it's
chocolate.
mostly one type of brand, or
yes, I stick a lot with Kat Von D brand.
Yeah.
Because I love the pigments that she
Pigments
has.
are really thick and colorful, and
They
when if you-
last
yeah.
a long time.
And if you use a good primer underneath,
Yeah.
it will really like pop.
Yeah.
Say primer again.
Primer.
Primer.
That was American.
Was that American?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was so
there did be
American.
primer.
Primer. I can't even say it like she does.
Primer.
Anyways, I'm gonna let these ladies do their thing, and I'm gonna peace out and let my cat in the room. So and because we're gonna have to move the cameras so that you guys can all see what's going on. So. Because we only have 3 cameras, because there's usually only 3 of us, but we have a very special guest of honor today. I'm going to let them reposition everything and do some face-off. Peace out.
Peace out. White stuff on your head.
Oh, do I?
It looks like cum.
Does it? Wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the worst thing on your face.
No.
Oh, natural lotion.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
There's face masks like that.
It's protein.
That look like cum
No,
shots?
that are cum shots.
Oh.
There's like legit face masks that are made
Don't women like use like circumcised penis, like a circumcised penis, that flap of skin? They use it to put it under their eyes.
No,
now.
you're thinking placenta.
No,
The
it was
placenta.
actually the
What
penis
is like
tip.
the
Yeah.
foreskin?
Yeah, the foreskin
Ew.
stuff. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, they use it and they put it on their eyes. So,
Oh, that's not
remember
even
I was wearing that
enjoyable.
those green tea things
What's
for
that?
That was
Halloween?
foreskin.
That was not foreskin. That was green tea. No, that was green tea. No, yeah, you're just like, I had it in my hand. It was all jelly
I didn't
and
even know it's
sticky.
the first name. Ah.
so bad. All right.
Oh, okay. So we're doing a makeup demonstration
Yes.
because you are the queen of makeup, and I have a lot of it.
I know, it's so funny.
However, I am not brand loyal, and I do my shopping mostly at Walmart or other convenient places where my husband will still speak to me after I go shopping most days.
Yeah, because makeup's
But
expensive.
see, this is the one thing I'm going to let everybody know. It's scary to have brand name stuff because the price is expensive.
That's crazy.
However, the amount that you get from one palette versus what you would get from the
True.
Walmart brand,
Yeah.
the difference is actually like minimalistic. However, the quality's better. So I've noticed with Walmart stuff, as soon as you get off like the first 3 layers of color, it starts not being as strong and pigmented. Whereas if you use a brand name product, they're pigmented through and through.
That is true. I will agree with that. But there's certain things that I find that I will spend the money on versus not. So
Yeah.
there's a couple of things, and
What are your top 5 favorite products that you have?
in front of me,
Yes.
wah wah wah. I like a cheaper primer.
Yeah.
I like Rimmel. I actually.
Which honestly, Rimmel
Rimmel's
doesn't
good
have-
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually, this one is the Fix and Perfect primer that I put on, but I found, like, I've used Smash Mouth, or Smashbox, Smash Mouth, do walk in on the sun. No, anyways, Smashbox. I've used it. We were just talking about it off camera because it's expensive. I think it was like, okay, she knows
it's really expensive.
Yeah, she
Even
knows
in the
America.
States it's expensive.
Yeah, exactly. But if you don't put it on properly, it clumps
There's
in certain
issues.
areas. It makes your skin look drier if you're not using the right product with it. The Rimmel is about $8-9, and that's never steered.
That's cheap.
Yeah, that's really
good.
never steered me wrong. I guess my next favorite product would probably be, now this is a brand name and it is a more expensive product, but it's still reasonable. It's about $20 for this one little container. This is by Lise Wattier, and it's Metamorphics, and what it does is it takes any eyeshadow and turns it into an eyeliner just by mixing it. So it's not like water or anything like that. It doesn't distort your eyeshadow after the fact. After it dries, you can use it back as an eyeshadow again. But
So it's kind of like what I use as setting spray, and it does kind of the same thing.
it does kind of the same thing, but I find that it's still, you can still move it a little bit more than you could with the setting spray. Setting spray works really super quickly. This takes a little bit longer. If you want to do like character features,
Things like
that this is what is really good for. It's and then last but not least, my third one is spending the money on a setting spray. This is Green Marble SLR Sealer. It is a professional grade. You can usually only buy it at makeup shops or costume places or anything like that. It is stupidly expensive. Ben Nye makes one too.
yeah.
I don't like the Ben Nye one.
Yeah, I don't like the Ben Nye one either because first of it smells like peppermint. It's really, really
I
gross.
just use the Urban Decay.
The Urban Decay is a good one too. This one is a professional one. You can use it like on your armpits if you're doing body paint, and your body paint won't come off, which is really good.
Cool.
But this $container is $72.
Yeah,
I won't lie. That's probably the most expensive thing that I've got.
And
That-
what's that one thing right that you have there? What's that?
This.
Yeah. What is that?
This is by Sally Hansen. It's about $13 for the container. This is airbrushing, like a quick airbrush if you didn't have time to tan, and you want to give your body just a little.
We have no time.
We have no time to tan. But oh, God.
Yeah, Jen.
Why does Jen have it? Jen made friends with a stripper once, and the stripper told Jen that this stuff will save your life. Not only that, I am pale. You can tell by the glare of my skin at the moment. I'm very, very pale. It takes me a lot of time to tan. I had a friend of mine, no word of a lie, we were in a movie, the lights went down, they looked over at me, I was wearing a pair of shorts, and they're like, "Are you wearing white pantyhose?" Like while the lights were off.
Oh, snap.
So I was like, "No, I'm not wearing white pantyhose." So I got this stuff. It's by Sally Hansen. It's not supposed to replicate a tan. It won't turn you unless you buy like a color that's ridiculously out of your range. But it's like you spray it on your skin, you rub it, and it gives you like a temporary.
So it's kind of like a bronzer.
It's like a bronzer for like the rest of your body. So like if I'm wearing a corset and the décolletage is out there.
The chesticles.
The chesticles is out there because you can see that I'm even
whiter
down there, like whiter than snow. Really is what it comes down to. So then I spray this on before a con and on the legs, and I'm good to go. So that's
Cool.
that's what that is. So
Nice.
what else did you bring?
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I think are, like, really important to have when you're doing any base makeup or cosplay makeup or things like that. I didn't bring a lot of my stuff because, again, I'm just going to do something simple. But what I like to do is a lot of people, like, do you do your foundation first or do you do your eyes first?
I do my foundation first.
See, and I don't. Because a lot of times when you're doing cosplay makeup and things like that, you have fallout. And if you have to redo your foundation or things like that, it's very irritating and frustrating.
I'm not messy.
So, fair enough.
She's a perfectionist.
But, so, always having a good translucent powder, because what you can do is you put the product on under your eyes while you're doing your upper makeup, and you just sweep it off and you're good. And then you can do your foundation and you're not worrying about any fallout. I think that's ideal, especially if you're doing, like, a character, and you have, like, say I have to be paler. If I have to turn your, like, skin tone versus my skin tone, I don't want to have, like, a big black smoky eye with a white foundation and have all of the black fall. So that, I think, is something that people need. And eyelashes.
Yeah.
Please, if you're gonna wear any type of heavy eye makeup, wear eyelashes.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise it
your eyelashes disappear.
Yeah, and
they
it
really
closes
do.
your eye off, and you want to be big and bold. So I brought 3 different kinds, and the reason I did this is they're different price ranges, so that you can get eyelashes from the dollar store. They're not the best. They're very, very plasticky, and they actually, when you pull them off, they can rip out all of your lashes.
I find that
Invest
the glue,
in
the
eyelashes.
glue mostly. is
So,
what-
okay, so these ones here, which I use for my pizzazz, and you can reuse lashes. That's like something that a lot of people don't understand.
You can reuse them.
You can
reuse them.
clean them, and you can wash them, and you can rewear.
Yep.
So these ones have not been washed.
I still-
Don't judge me.
I still find that about my lifespan of most of my eyelashes, even my good quality ones, is about 3, maybe 4 times.
Oh, honey. Hold,
But
please.
that's just...
No, seriously. Okay, so these ones
Well, it
are...
also depends too if you have blepharitis on your eyelashes.
True.
Like if you get little pieces of skin or dandruff on your eyelashes, you do have to replace your eyelashes more often
Yeah.
because you want to make sure that's clean and doesn't get infected.
Yeah, as I'm pulling the excess, like, remainder
Glue.
of glue.
And try not to share brushes or sponges.
We're
Yeah,
not
don't
following that
actually
today.
follow that part because
These two have shared bodily fluids
Yeah.
before. They're fine. They're all good.
She's not wrong.
I'm very right about that. I feel a little left out. Is really what I'm trying to say.
We can open
We
mouth
love
kiss
you.
if you want.
We love you.
Okay, anyways, back to lashes. So these ones are a cheaper plastic type pair, like you can feel them. They are very costumey and huge. Like these ones are so crazy big.
Yeah,
They're soft. Though.
I've noticed a major difference when I started using lashes as opposed to not using lashes, especially when I'm paying for photography. If you're paying for photography, try to use lashes.
Yeah, try to use the lashes.
So these ones, you can get them at Walmart. They do range about like $4 and up. So they are a cheaper brand. They're good for costuming. Like I said, I wear them for pizzazz and things because I really want the cartoony, big, bold, in your face. Jeez, my crotch is on fire.
It's your phone.
It's Jason. Yeah. It's just Jason. And then I'm going to go with these ones next. These ones are actually a faux mink lash. So they are a little bit softer. These ones range about $10 to $15 per pair. But they are a lot like softer and they look more natural. I don't know if have you ever worn
you
those?
can also get
like they're super.
You can also get lashes that are vegan lashes, basically. So they don't use actual animal hair; it's all synthetic hair.
This is the same thing.
Yeah, and then you can also buy different styles of lashes as well. They have a lot of different styles.
Or you can grow your own.
Well, that too, but you need more. But these ones are all Walmart brands that you can find there. These ones are expensive. These ones are $32 lashes. That's Canadian. So, I mean, they are expensive, but they are worth it. They are silk lashes. Woo. And if you, like, they're crazy huge. But I love them, but they're like beyond soft. You don't even feel like you're wearing lashes at all. So they're one of my favorite ones. Honestly, if you can invest in them, because it is an investment, they're worth it. These ones you can get an average of 32 wears from one set.
Oh, so yeah.
So I mean, if you think about that, you get like pretty much $1 a day that you wear them.
Yeah, I like the Tarte brand. Yeah, you can get them at like Ulta or they don't have Ulta in Canada.
But they're Sephora.
I think you can get them at Sephora. I'm not 100% positive, but if they do carry Ulta, then yes, you can get them there. But those are also vegan as well. If there are any vegans watching,
so I would say lashes are one thing that is ideal to have. And then get a base. She's so excited about these. Like I said, I'm a huge Kat Von D fan. So
Me too.
If you get like face palettes, if you want something that has like neutral tones and stuff, if you're doing light wear makeup, which is what I'll do today, I'm actually going to be using like the pale ones in here, and I'm going to use red and orange, even though it's a basic look. It's not going to be over the top. And then you can get
it'll look good with your onesie.
You can get like pink tones and neutral tones and things like that too.
New Kat Von D, new line called Lolita.
So yes. And then my other thing is eyebrows.
Yeah, I know. I got to do my eyebrows.
Please put eyebrows on when you're in costume. Yeah. The reason I say that is because your eyebrows frame your face. If you have a wig that has like long bangs, not that big of a deal. But if you don't have good eyebrows to go with good makeup, you lose your eyes. Yeah. And it just looks like you're like really dark eyes and then forehead. And it drives me nuts. So even if it's something small just to fill them in, like I'm a child of the 90s and I suffer from 90s brows.
You got the pluckers one?
This is no makeup, no nothing.
Yeah,
so
mine are a little out of control at the moment.
And so. I like dark brows.
Apparently I'm old. I'm 80s brows.
But yeah.
At least it's not a unibrow.
Yeah.
You're good. And then another thing is, like you were talking about, is a good glue. So there's a couple different glue brands for eyelashes. You don't have to go with anything expensive, but make sure that you test them, because if you have any issues, it could be a huge problem.
Duo is really good. Duo is what they have in the States. I don't know if they have it here
actually,
in Canada.
I think that's what you probably
have.
I use the waterproof.
I've got the Duo.
That's it. I use the waterproof Duo.
I just use
Jen has.
And I use the ones that are the brush on. Is yours a brush on?
Mine is I learned from a drag queen on how to put my lash. So
I hate the on the back of the
hand. Tell me the drag queen
trick. The drag queen method is you actually put it on the back of your hand. You put a little bubble, and then I'm going to borrow your cheap lashes just to show you how to.
Show me.
Because the drag queen showed me how to do this.
I am obsessed with RuPaul.
I know. I love
her. I love you, RuPaul. So much.
You take your lash, and then you pretty much graze your lash through the bubble.
I can't do that because I forget that I have glue on the back of my hand.
Yeah.
No.
And then you get a nice little tiny little edge.
fucker.
that's on there, and you let it sit for
That's
like a couple, and then
amazing.
you like and then
See, I knew I was gonna
Yeah.
learn something
yeah.
today.
So,
That's
but
awesome.
I love drag queens. They know so much.
Anyways,
now I've put glue on your.
Just let it dry.
I'll let
That's
it dry.
awesome.
But yeah, so that's the way
I
to
didn't
do
know
that.
that.
Yeah,
Why
that's.
didn't you ever teach me that? You have RuPaul too.
because if I put lash glue on the back of my hand, I forget it's there.
You just go.
yeah.
But here's the thing with the lash glue. Sorry. if you,
Bodily fluids.
Bodily fluids.
Yeah.
Once again,
We
if
can't
you
help
do get like a lash glue and you want to test it to make sure you're having
Yeah, on your
allergies,
arm.
do it on the inside patch of your
Oh, that's a
arm
good
in here
idea.
because this
Okay.
is your most sensitive skin. So
Okay.
and a lot of lash glues like this one by Duo is actually latex based.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a bubble.
sweet.
Yeah. So if you're allergic to latex, I'm gonna get in my onesie. But yeah, if you're allergic to latex, you'll have a reaction here, which is better
Yeah.
than having it around your eyes.
Oh,
So
snap you two.
I
I'm
know.
allergic to latex, and that's the one I've been using.
maybe that's why you
That's
get
why
the
my eyes get all itchy.
Why are we friends?
They do have Duo does make a non-latex version
They
too,
do.
but you
I
can,
know. I just
if
I
you
never
smell
even
it, you
thought
can
about
smell,
it.
you can smell
I
that
was-
it's
the
it's-
waterproof one.
Yeah.
They-
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think
Duo
of that.
also makes
Ah.
for people who don't do eyeliner, like black eyeliner and stuff,
Mhm.
because there's that fine line between your actual lashes and your fake lashes.
Exactly.
There's a black glue, so it dries black.
No shit.
I don't like it though. It's really clunky.
I don't find that it
Is
sticks
it
very well
clumpy?
either.
Yeah, it's really clumpy.
I have some at home if you want to try.
Did you want to show this palette
No,
too?
I want to do this.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is my next thing. If you travel, this is really good because I have minimalistic brushes here, but I have like the world's biggest brush collection.
Yeah, you do.
But if
Yeah.
you go to use something and say I'm going to take this and I dip it in a product and I have stuff on it, if I need to get this off and I want to clean my brush, you can run it through here and it'll actually take the product off.
I use baby wipes.
So
I think that actually might maybe degrade some of the hair in your brushes.
It does, but I have
Yeah.
cheap brushes, so she's giving me
that
the
might
face.
be another investment that might be a good thing
It might
to
be
do
an
is to
investment.
get
I'm
maybe
gonna tell
like
you
a really
something.
good brush set.
so Morphe
Yeah,
Has a good brush
Morphe.
set.
They have really great brushes. Yeah.
Elf has
Yeah.
good brushes.
Mhm.
Things like that. Don't use baby wipes on your freaking brushes.
I use it as a quick.
As a last resort,
Resort.
kind of a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And you know what? These do work really well, but you actually have to clean them.
Yeah, 'cause once you take
It's-
this out,
it
you'll
is
leave
a
all your
reusable.
products in
It
there.
is a reusable product, but you really do need to clean them
Do you
out.
want to know a really cheap way to make one of these?
Don't you just use
Charcoal-
a regular sponge?
It's a
charcoal sponge.
It's a charcoal filter.
Not
sponge.
only that, but you can go to the dollar store and you can pick up one of those hair donuts,
Ah.
and you can get just a Tupperware container, put it in there, and do the same thing.
Hmm.
Because this doesn't actually clean your brushes; it just gets off
removes
excess
excess product.
See,
Yeah.
I do have like a professional brush cleaner for stuff. Me. But it's a Ben Nye product once again, but it stinks to high heaven, and I only do it like once in a while.
Birthday notes. Birthday notes.
It's all good. Yeah. You can actually make your own brush cleaner too with like
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol and water.
Or you could
which
just be a dirty bitch and throw your shit on the floor.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. This is only a 20-minute show, people.
Okay, so I'm gonna start. So what?
Don't cut dirty bitch out.
We don't. This is Canada. We don't do that.
Watch
No
me
cutting.
spill everywhere.
Okay, so
Hey,
you're
don't
gonna
forget
start
you
with your
have to share.
makeup.
Yes.
You're gonna start with your eye makeup. I'm gonna start with my face. So
Are we
she's.
gonna time this?
I don't think we're
No,
gonna. we
let's not
should.
time it.
Because
Just
yeah,
damn it.
because yeah.
So as I was saying before, like this is just a loose powder. It's translucent. Honestly, you just go like this. It's gonna get you freaking everywhere.
So you're kind of doing
Give it
like
to
a
me.
face, a
think you should
more
just-
glamour face, and I'm doing like a face that if you're
Basic?
a
You're
basic.
doing a face.
I'm doing a face. Like if you don't usually do cosplay makeup,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this.
Mine's
So whereas she. You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fine, eh?
Fine, eh? It's all good.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so like I said before, I'm actually gonna go in with like just a neutral. You had already primed your eyelids, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you this. So Kat Von D's products is really good. But
already
this,
looking like
if you
Wybie.
like Oh my god, yeah. But like, look at the difference between the 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, but it takes away any weird undertone color.
Yeah.
Because I don't need anything crazy.
I've already primed my face with like the
Which primer is ideal, however, when I do this type of look, I don't really care.
I look like I've been burned.
It's all good. But I also
Coke
used
goes in the nose. Just so you know.
I also use the Kat Von D eyebrow, like the eyelid primer, because I like that. So every once in a while, I buy
I
expensive
feel
stuff.
like I should take my time to see what you guys come up with.
Really? Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing mine a little bit backwards because I'm doing my
It's
face,
not backwards. Just some people do it differently because it's what they're comfortable.
It's what they're used to. So I'm putting on my concealer first, and I actually have to mix colors because I'm white.
Because you're white.
Because I'm super, super white.
Because you're a white girl.
I'm a white girl. So I'm using Revlon. It's called Photo Ready Airbrush Effect makeup. It's just a cream. And I actually mix 2 colors because, like I said, I'm white. With it. And I mix my colors in my hands. And then I dot my colors all over my face. Yeah.
So my question is do you do blending on your eyes or do you just do solid colors?
I usually do blending.
Okay. So what I generally do is I put like a darker color on the outer parts and then I get in with another tone and I blend it out. It doesn't need to be massively blend, but it's just to give it some tone. And I'm gonna beat Rose.
Is that what we're doing?
No.
Are we in a
It's just gonna be fun. Like, watch Rose, I got this.
I got the side of my nose.
Alright, I'm gonna set it down.
I will say beauty blenders, I am
They're
in
ideal.
love with, like, yeah, and you don't have to spend a lot on beauty blenders either. I think I spent about $5-6 on this particular one, but I didn't buy it at Dollarama, so stay out of Dollarama.
Yeah, they smell really bad.
They do smell really bad. I like the fact that this is like egg-shaped and you can get like under your eye really easily. So.
I like how you're blowing my mind.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Enough of that, lady.
Uh-huh.
Enough of that.
The light in here is terrible.
The light in here is awful.
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
We come out looking like clowns. We're blaming Colin.
Yeah. Or our production designer, because
Yeah,
he's, Don't forget to do your neck, too, when you're
playing
doing...
video games
Like video games.
on his phone. Well, he was anyway.
Yeah, so my
He's
biggest
allowed.
thing is don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared of color.
Don't be scared, y'all.
Don't be scared of
This
color.
here's better. So that literally is all I'm going to do for color. I don't need anything crazy.
No.
And then I usually go back in with a light color and do the middle of your eye because you want the highlight
Is
to go
that
there.
what you- So, thanks to the pioneering efforts of the Kardashians and their
Those ladies.
and their ability to like contour. So I'm just taking my darker color and I'm just taking a little bit extra. And if you want to get rid of your,
Is that how you contour?
that's usually how I contour.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I go.
Really?
Judgy much, Ashley?
Yeah, this is where you get judgy,
Really?
as opposed to me being
Yeah,
judgy about
You're the
sewing.
sewing Nazi and I'm the makeup junkie.
Exactly.
All right.
I actually
A
do
makeup
a lot
Nazi.
more contouring when I'm at home, but I actually just go on with a little bit and go down. Don't forget to do your neck.
You know what's funny? Everybody does their neck, but they forget that their ears.
Yeah, because you do still
So
have
if
to get the
you
ears.
have a costume where your wig is not covering your ears, please remember to do your ears.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
your ears do not match your foundation color.
No, they do not.
So I use a full coverage foundation. So for me, it's very thick because I like it thick.
That's what she said.
That's what she
I
said.
like coverage. Cover me.
I switch out to my powder being the thicker of the two. This one is L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and the nice thing about it is if you apply it with a wet sponge, it acts as like a concealer. If you
Do you not wet your beauty blender?
I do not wet my beauty blender
Oh, you're supposed
on a
to.
regular
should.
basis. But you
You're
can see how
supposed
it's
to.
kind of now turned me whiter than.
You're supposed to wet that thing.
I hear that.
I
But
hear that. I just
but
don't do that.
I just Well, because
don't do
in
it.
a lot of cases, I don't have the chance of like letting it dry, and if you don't let your sponges dry, you can get bacteria on them, which is not good.
Which you can also wash your beauty blender in the microwave.
Oh, I did not know that. I did not know
The
that.
more you know.
The more I know.
I just bought the Beauty Blender soap, and I have a little silicone pad that I basically wash it on and then clean it. That's it.
But
And then let it dry out.
that's what I look for in powders, because I find that if you don't put on a powder, you look really shiny in your pictures.
Why you gotta judge me?
Ah,
Maybe I want to shine like
Maybe
a
you
diamond.
do. Maybe you do. But after I put on powder, I always take my brush and just...
Sorry.
She's not sorry.
Dust
Hashtag
off.
not sorry. Nah. Can you use this
All right,
now?
powder done.
So after I do my foundation, I do the same thing, but I probably don't do what you do. I just use. I use the.
But I don't
translucent-
do what you do.
Well, because I use the translucent powder and I go under my eyes because I want that to be brighter. So it's actually gonna.
I usually put on my blush first. Just a little bit of blush on the apples of my
And
cheeks.
on my wrinkly forehead because it actually fills your wrinkles.
Really now?
Yeah.
Oh. See? And then I've got my shiner
Your shiner.
that you have.
Let me just do that because I'll forget it's there and I'll get it everywhere.
Once again, mine is Rimmel for blush, and I've got
So,
Sephora for
I don't
shiny.
ever use blush. Ever.
No? Well,
No.
you're hardly embarrassed by yourself ever.
You're not wrong. Okay, so for contour, I know that you use like a used cream, right?
I use a cream.
So there's a couple things, especially, okay, doing pictures, you want your makeup to be darker than what you normally would wear
Definitely.
because otherwise your makeup doesn't show. So when people look at you and be like, clown makeup, no, it's because I'm in pictures.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is that you try and find a brown tone that works for you, get a lot on your brush, and it's literally here. And you want to try not to rub back and forth. Like I lift it, I don't know if you guys can see. I know, it's my hair.
Giant.
But
There you go.
you lift rather than going this because
Yeah.
it doesn't help. All it does is keep the product going in the wrong, and it makes it muddy. So the contour looks really thick, and then I'll blend it out with a different brush.
Afterwards.
So I don't know, do you contour your cheeks or do you just contour your chin?
I sometimes contour my cheeks. Depends on what I'm wearing and where the wig is falling.
Yeah. I do it anyways just to make it a habit.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is that you always want to tag it and you want to do your hairline. Because your hairline will look really white if you don't
If you don't have anything, as you can see, going up to my butt. Baba, brows! Brows, you gotta love your brows. Love them. I don't have my hairspray here at the moment, but I usually put a little bit of hairspray on the brow brush just to tame them back. Once again, my face is more of a basic face than anything else. I'm not really.
So
I'm
it's
like
not.
20
going for-
steps behind already. I still look like a ghost.
You just got a lot of coke.
So how am I
Here.
supposed to fix this part here? With this powder thing
You
you,
just
made
brush
me
it off
put
when
on?
you're done.
Brush it off on the what?
It's
Just-
all good.
And it'll go away.
It'll go away. It'll be like a bad dream.
So, and then do you ever contour your nose?
I do sometimes
should, yeah.
contour my nose.
have
I
a
don't-
big schnoz.
I have a very
I don't
small.
have a big schnoz.
nose,
If anybody has a
so-
big schnoz, it's me.
The only time I really do it is if I'm doing like a character, like if I'm trying to
I am a
replicate.
character.
You are a character, which
You are a character. I don't
Which-
need
does.
foundation because I got a tan when I was in Hawaii. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, she goes
shut up.
to Hawaii and then she comes to Canada.
Yeah, that's like kind of double downing on your tan.
I
It re-
love Canada.
I'm like,
though.
why would you go from being in bright, like,
The stewardess just did say to me, and you're going to Edmonton?
Why?
Oh, that's nice.
Do you ever do the white eyeliner for cosplay?
no. The reason being is that one, I hate white eyeliner.
Mm-hmm.
Two, every white eyeliner I've found is crap.
Yeah, it's true.
Did
I
you
need
need
that right
this?
away, yeah.
I won't lie about that. But
Yeah.
if I'm doing like anime eye, I will use like white eyeliner. And the only place I use white eyeliner, and I need my mirror to do this, so I don't
waterline?
so I don't
You don't need
poke
that
my
yet,
eye out, is on my bottom inside.
Oh my god, I love the smell of this.
The chocolate one? I'm gonna need
Yes,
that
this-
palette though.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Switch.
And the only thing that this does is it actually makes your eyes look bigger when you're taking pictures.
So one thing that I do is your brow bone. If you put a, like, you can see which ones I use, obviously. I use this one, and then I use this one right on the edge of your eyebrow just to kind of pop it. Do you ever do that?
Oh yeah. but I'm not doing a fashion face.
I like how she says fashion face, and I'm like, this is everyday makeup.
Yeah, that's everyday makeup for you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Eyeliner. It's probably one of my...
That's what I'm doing right now.
Actually, I should do...
Oh my god.
You just
Dirty
can't
bitch.
take me anywhere.
Dirty bitch.
Even if you aren't doing a full makeup, you want to still put a little bit of color on your lids.
Absolutely. So when you do brows, do you do... Because you don't do dark brows.
I don't do dark brows because I naturally have dark brows, but I usually use a pencil to go in and
Okay,
and
I
touch them
use
up.
eyeshadow.
You can use eyeshadow as well.
And an angled brush.
But I find my eyeshadow moves too much when I use it, unless I use that, the Lise Wachee product.
Damn. Damn, Gina.
It's like trying to find the right ear.
Did you throw another brush on the ground?
I did. Can't take
Why did you do that?
So if you're ever doing your brows, the biggest thing is like you line it up here. You do that, right? Like
Yeah.
you're doing here,
Mm,
and then you 3/4, and then the end.
no, I don't do that shit. I just
Yeah.
use
Make sure you don't
what's
use
that
a
stuff that
big...
what company is that that uses the gel eyebrow stuff? It's like
Oh.
almost looks like a
Anastasia
pomade or whatever. And
Yeah.
you put a little bit of that on an angled brush, and then you just feather it in, and that's how I do it.
So what I end up doing is you take your brush, kind of like flat end, and then you put it where the edge of your brow is, and I block it, and then I just pull the product through it. That's all.
And,
So
yeah,
you're kind of
so you-
feathering it too, then.
Not really. Mine's dark. I like my eyebrows dark.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of videos out there on how to do your brows properly, so... But... And then... What do I... Eyeliner. Like basic eyeliner. I like a good liquid liner.
You know what's super funny?
Mm-hmm.
I hate eyeliner.
Do you?
I do.
Once again, I've gone expensive, but you can go cheap. L'Oreal and Lancome are made in the same factory, and they're almost the exact same product. So, this
a lot
is
of things are almost the exact same product.
exactly. So I've got a L'Oreal version of this, but this is the Lancome one, and this is the art liner. And it, if you don't do a lot of
That's the lighting.
makeup, it's a good one to
Turn the
have.
neon lights, man.
Yeah, neon lights suck for doing makeup because they really don't. I like natural light when I'm doing mine.
I like my ring light because it's classy.
Yeah, you are classy.
That's
what
the
I've
only
heard.
thing about me that's classy.
That's what I've heard.
That's what everybody knows. It's okay.
The hard part about doing makeup
looking at
tutorials too is that you have to stop talking while you're doing your makeup, otherwise you poke your eye out.
Well, don't do that. That's silly.
Well, I grew 2 of them just for this effect.
Oh my lord, woman! Put it
Alright.
in the hole.
What's wrong with you today?
Put it in the hole. Put it in the hole.
Okay, and then mascara. Find a good mascara. Seriously, you guys. And waterproof is good, but
It's
it
hard.
also sucks.
It also sucks. And liquid liner, always have your Q-tip ready to smudge.
No, you know what? You actually, if you make a mistake with eyeliner, make sure it's dry. So if you ever, and mascara too, if you ever go like this and get it across your nose, you just let it dry.
Yeah.
And then you can just take a Q-tip and it'll
And then
literally
it'll
come off.
come right off. Exactly.
Good little tip.
I only use the Q-tip for when I'm smudging the liquid liner, because if you leave like your liquid liner and you don't smudge it, you just see this big line of liquid. And mascara. I'm not putting on lashes, but you is.
Yeah.
So
As long as yours
But
doesn't butt me
you is.
again.
yeah. I like. Oh yeah, and test different mascaras that are out there. Which one do you like? You've got.
I have Better Than Sex.
Yeah, that's the one I like too.
Is that a Kat Von D one?
No, it's
Too
Too-Faced.
I, however, like Voluminous by L'Oreal.
Every time that I've used any, like, drugstore quality mascara,
Mm-hmm.
I get eye infections.
Every time I use expensive stuff, like when I use the Lancome and when I've used like the NARS and stuff like that, I get eye infections from that. So yeah, it's really just a personal choice at that point in time.
Maybe I'm just cooler than you.
I don't use an eyelash curler though. I don't like.
I don't either.
I don't like.
Hurt. If you don't use them correctly, they hurt.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
If it's too big, if it's too curly. So.
Ew, too curly?
Yeah.
You had to make me think about that one for a second. I'm like, what is going
You
on?
don't want curly at all.
No. And then last but not least, I always like to go lighter with my lips than anything else. I don't like a big bold lip. So.
You don't like a big bold lip.
No.
Bold.
Bold.
What?
Oh, you're funny.
Okay. When you do lashes,
Yes.
do you use tweezers and stuff?
No.
Me either.
I sometimes use what's called a peach stick, which is a glorified piece of wood.
Yeah, no.
But sometimes, usually I just free-handed. But I cut back my lashes. You probably don't.
Certain ones I do, depending on how big they are. But again, I like big lashes, so
Yeah.
I'm a go big or go home type of girl. So I always go home.
Well, you see, I grew my own, so it tends to be my saving caveat. Wink, wink, wink.
And these ones are like huge.
For lipsticks, I like a good long wear.
Yes. What's your favorite long wear lipstick?
L'Oreal Infallible.
Okay.
Or if I'm going red, and it took me a long time to find it, NARS makes a really good
NARS
red.
is good, but so is what's Rihanna's brand name? Fenty?
Fenty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fenty's really good, long wear lipstick.
Yeah.
So is
Same with Kat
NYX.
Von D.
I like NYX long wear lipstick. Any of the bright colors, those last for a really long time.
Mm.
Especially if you put primer on first,
Yeah.
they'll last forever.
I like the L'Oreal because it comes with a gloss too. You can put the gloss on afterwards if you want.
Stop being so classy.
I don't know. Oh.
They like stab my eye because I'm laughing.
Finger falling asleep.
So-
Falling asleep.
The other thing I like about the L'Oreal too is they have
It's
like
not
a little
even
mirror
working
on it.
finger. What?
They have a little mirror on it so you can like check
Oh,
your
that's
lips.
kind of cool.
So I always like that.
Do you use highlighter?
Highlighter.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You should.
I should.
So
Bronzer, highlighter.
Mm, I've
this one,
I've
which
already
is very
done.
beaten and very
Well-
empty.
I've already used mine. So
Um,
there.
Dude, you need to do one of those. What are you
Yeah.
doing? You're just like scraping the sides.
hey, use it to the bitter end.
Scraping the sides.
And done. You guys done yet?
I just want to do this.
Hi, are you done yet?
Almost.
How about now?
Almost.
You done yet?
Almost.
What about now?
Almost.
It's all good. Yeah. So, fashion face, very basic cosplay face. Should be done in about 20 minutes. Shouldn't take much longer than that unless you have a panic attack. Which I sometimes do. It happens. It does happen. How many times have you ever, like, done your makeup and, like, restarted all over again?
Oh God, no.
Yeah, it has happened.
That sounds miserable.
It is miserable.
Done.
See, you guys got
Done.
done way before me.
But okay, so I'm gonna show you. I showed you the highlighter, but this is another trick that's really good too. If you like want to have your eyes pop,
Oh, yeah, sparkles.
and you want it to stand out, you take it and you put it on the inner corner.
Yeah, they have highlighting brushes too for that now.
Do this is the
Highlighting brushes, highlighting pens, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
This is also one of my favorite things, too, is actually my face cloth that I have. 'Cause this
stop
is...
making all the cool things.
I didn't... well, I kind of made it, because this is...
I need
this
that.
is one of those microfiber cloths that you can buy from a company that rhymes with Blorplex.
What the hell?
We don't.
Blorplex?
Well, we tend not to advertise around here. Anyways, but I sewed on the back of it. I sewed flannelette. So on the front of it, because you just need water to clean your makeup off with their microfiber cloth. So on the front is like the scrubby microfiber side, and on the other side is the soft
I love
flannelette.
And it's fairies.
And it's fairies, and it matches my headband.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Yep, she is a nerd.
I am. So I feel a little deglamorized though, so I'm gonna have to catch up with you guys with the.
Catch up with you. I'm not glamour. I'm basic.
That's what I heard.
You are definitely not basic.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a thing.
What do you mean?
I'm not basic.
So again, I would
Never
say
been
that
basic.
Something like this is what I'd wear for Wonder Woman. Something like this is what I'd wear for Power Girl. Something like this is what I'd wear on a daily basis.
Oh man, this is dark.
You don't need to go over the top with color if you don't want to.
Yeah, you do.
If you don't want to.
If you don't want to, say it's
And
the
the
girl
other
who
thing
just put on.
is again, highlighters is good for pictures. Big lashes, good brows, block your face in, a good lip. If you want to stay more natural, stay with the natural colors on your lips versus going too dark.
Yeah.
Or if you want to stay darker on the bottom, go with a lighter upper. I mean, you can really wear it as long as you own it. Just own it. Because that's one thing that I find too, is that if you do makeup and you're not comfortable or confident,
It's not gonna.
yeah, it wears you. You don't wear it.
Okay. To prove my point, how much money have you got spent sitting on that table right there? In all the
30-ish.
products that you used today.
Probably.
'Cause I kept a
this one's
mental
cheap.
tally of
This
mine.
one's like 20-ish. This is like 45-ish.
55,
55,
25.
55, 25. A lot.
So about $235 worth of makeup.
At least.
I think it's more than that.
At least. But I will tell you this. Out of all of the things, I've had this palette for 6 years. So, me spending I think it's like about $50-ish
Yeah.
on this palette, 6 years.
I probably spent about $60 on the products that I used in
Yeah.
total today. So.
Damn, I look good.
So yes, I mean, again, the quantity that you get and the long wear and how long the products do last.
Yeah.
Start slow. You don't have to go excessive and buy all of this stuff. You can
No.
find it elsewhere. Stay within budget. Don't exceed it. Exceed it on your costumes, not on your makeup.
Exactly.
Unless you're us, then we're screwed.
Or pay the photographer a little bit more to do touch-ups.
I had to do that where I've like, my lashes were too small.
Can you do
Amp
that?
'em up.
I got a little bit of a double chin here thing happening. Can you get rid of that, please?
What?
And that ends our makeup show.
Don't die!
Thanks for watching.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
And if you like what you saw here, make sure you leave a comment and let us know what you want to see in future episodes. Except for that. It's not happening. Wait, stop that.